This is a traditional strength training workout to build pure muscle from head to toe. The only thing you're gonna need will be your heavy dumbbells, so grab those and let's get strong. Super important to get a warm up in today. It's always important, but today especially because we are gonna start out as we begin our training super heavy. So with that, we're gonna mix up our warm up a little bit and we're gonna do 5 reps of each exercise. We're gonna start out with the body weight squat and then we're gonna mix it up with our dumbbells. So we're gonna start with 5 reps of just this body weight squat here. I am so glad you showed up today. I'm gonna talk all about strength training and how this different style of training, we've done it before, but I just wanna talk about the importance of it. Last one, so this time, grab some just lighter weights to begin with. I'm gonna use 10 pounds. We're gonna do a squat to shoulder press. Again, just 5 reps, focus on form. Think about those muscles working, dropping it down as you come up, press, there's 1. Head up, chest up, we got 2. Weight is in the heels for that squat. Don't lock out your legs completely. Keep a little bit of tension in the front of your legs. We've got 2 more. Then we're gonna go back to body weight. Last one, we're gonna go into a good morning here. So just set the weight off to the side because we will use that again. Good morning, hands on the hips, soft knees, hinge, back flat, core engage. Feel that through your hamstring, and then right back up. Down and up. Back long and strong, couple more. And then we're gonna go into an RDL with row. Let's do 1 more, although I think this is the 6th rep. Make sure we got it. All right, now back to your light weights. RDL, we'll keep it low, we'll row. Here we go, 5 reps down. Row it up, there's 1. Weight is in the heels, back flat. Here's 2, squeeze shoulder blades around spine. And up. Remember, focus on that form. And the reason I'm saying this warm-up is so important today is because when we're doing this more traditional style strength, we really want to start off heavy right from the get-go because that is our focus today, is lifting heavier. Last one here, then we'll do quad pulls and go right into push-ups to finish out. So dumbbells off to the side, just a couple reps here, quad pulls. Here's 1. This is 1 for this side. Second round, 2, here's 3, 4, 5, last one for each side. And then let's bring it down for our push-up. Knees or toes for your push-up, whichever you feel comfortable with. I'm gonna use my dumbbells underneath my hands. This is always a good option if you find push-ups bother your wrist. Just keeping a little bit of elevation to keep that wrist straight is awesome to add anytime you're doing push-ups. But 5 reps, knees or toes. Let's begin. Down and push. That's 2. Body long and strong. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes. That gives you a little extra leverage in that upper body, all the way down, all the way up. 1 more, and then we're gonna get into it. Last one here. All right, so let's get into it. We have got 3 sets of each exercise. Of each exercise, there are 12 exercises. We're gonna work for 40, rest for 25. So again, more of a traditional style. We'll talk about that as we're working through our exercises, why this is so important today. Aim to lift with the heaviest weight you've got. Chest press on the mat. I'm gonna use my bench just because I need a little elevation right now. So grab what you need and let's do this. So compared, just to give you a range for myself, compared to my moderately heavy that I lift when we're usually training, I'll usually try to do about 20. Today I'm gonna go with 25 for my chest press, bringing it back, and let's go, 40 seconds. Press it up, squeeze, full range. Now if you're on the mat, drive those shoulder blades into the mat. Get a little arch in your back. That's gonna give you more leverage through this push, and then get that full extension all the way up. One thing to help you get that full extension, think about your armpit egg. Squeeze, crack that egg here at the top, and that helps you work deeper in to those chest muscles. Exhale. This, you really have to focus on your breathing with this heavy weight. Now, if you don't have super heavy weight, that is okay. Just pick up your tempo a little bit with the weight that you are using so we can increase that volume or overall load we're lifting today. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, 25 seconds. Breathe, rest. We're going again. Second set. We're gonna get ready to bring it back down. All right, let's lower it down. Get ready. Drive those shoulder blades in, get that little arch, and here we go, 40 on. Especially when we're lifting heavy, it is not about the number of reps that you are training with. So if you got that super heavy weight and you are just going nice and slow, that is good. Even if you're getting 5, 6 reps in, perfect. That's where we kind of transition from that strength to hypertrophy, is when our reps drop down a little bit. All the way down, all the way up, armpit, egg, crack it, squeeze, exhale. Woo, good. Here it is, 3, 2, 1. Nice, one more set. Now we are working full body today. I think at the beginning I said from head to toe. We're not gonna build any muscle in our head or in our toes, but we are gonna build all that muscle in the upper and lower body. Last set for chest press. Let's bring it down. Here we go, 3, last set, and let's press. So the structure today and this heavier weight is what makes this more of a traditional or classic strength training program where we've got 3 sets. Getting, again, the rep range is gonna vary just depending on your weight, but aiming for those 6 to 10 reps or so. And each exercise will vary a little bit as well as far as how quick our tempo is. But then we do have shorter rests, which is a bit more challenging. So if you do find you need a longer break in between sets to finish that 40 seconds, pause it for just a second and get back when you can. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, moving on. We have got shoulder press next. Now, if you do have a bench or a box, you can definitely do this seated and make it a seated shoulder press. However, you can also do it standing. The seated position will put more work into those shoulders because it takes the work out of the legs and the core. But grabbing that heavyweight shoulder press next, moving right into it. Here we go, 40 on. Press it up. Hips tucked, core tight. Again, think about that full range. So let's talk about strength training, because whenever I plan our workouts, I always try to plan pretty far in advance so I know how our training is going to proceed to make sure that we are growing and changing. And so when we add these heavier workout days in, these are that stepping stone to help us get stronger overall for all of our other workouts. Last 3, 2, 1. So when these type of workouts come up, really want to challenge you to up that weight. And this is a good thing if you find you might need to invest in some heavier weights. Whoa, that is always such an awesome thing. So get excited about it. And then your collection is gonna grow. All right, we're getting ready. Shoulder press, bring it up. 40 on, here we go. Second set. And so the difference here with this strength training, where we've got just those 3 sets, working heavy, our body uses a different energy pathway than say when we might be working endurance. So when we're lifting heavy like this, you may not feel that burn like you would if, say, we're holding a wall sit or something like that. So this is a little bit different. Our body is working in a different way to build that muscle. So just keep that in mind as you're lifting. You may not feel the same as a more endurance-based workout, and that's okay. That's the goal. It's not supposed to be the same because this is working us in a different way. 3, 2, 1. Whew. And I want to try to share all of this stuff with you as we're going through our workouts so you know that there is a method behind the madness when we have these workouts in the orders that we do. All right, we're going again. Last set. This should be the very challenging set. Hard to get that 40 seconds in. Let's begin. So this is when we really start to hit failure. You've got to focus on form. You've got to stay focused on what we're lifting and your breathing. So I'm probably going to be quiet for this last set to get everything. Stay focused. Soft knees. Woo! Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right, third set through. You might just have to listen for the beeps because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get out any other words. We have got tricep overhead extension. I always like to use one dumbbell with tricep overhead extension, but feel free to use 2. 3 sets, tricep overhead extension. You can see we are really challenging the upper body right here with our push muscles. Then we're gonna hit the lower. So 40 seconds, let's begin. Now when I am lifting super heavy, I find a staggered stance that I'm in for my shoulder press and for this tricep overhead extension really gives me the most power in my lift. However, feel free to take a wider stance if you find that helps. Just keep the hips tucked under, soft knees, core tight. So those are all the same things, whether you're staggered or a wider stance. You need to stay focused on. Full extension, squeeze. And this slower tempo with our strength really allows us to focus on form and keeping that solid. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Oh, shake it out. And you can see this type of training also really challenges your mind in a different way because you have to stay focused with this heavier weight, where usually we're pushing through the burn. Although this is tough, this is still working. Woo, second set, tricep overhead extension. Here we go. But like I mentioned, when we add strength training, when we mix it up with our hypertrophy, more that muscular definition, this is really building that muscular strength so that we can start to increase the weight we're using with our muscular hypertrophy, with our endurance training, all those different things. I like to combine a lot of them between strength and hypertrophy or hypertrophy and endurance. I like to make that combo in our training. I just found that so beneficial and such a fun and challenging way to build that muscle and work both of those energy pathways that we work. Last 3, 2, 1. But this good old strength training, this is solid foundation to build that muscle to boost your overall training. So that's what we're doing it today. Third set, tricep overhead extension. Bring it up. Whew. Here we go. Down. Oh my God, last set. You might also find that you need to adjust your weight throughout your sets. That's okay. Try to keep the heavier weight if you can, but if you have to go down, then do that. I feel like this would be one, where I'm gonna have to drop it. I can't keep my form. I can't get full range of motion where I am now. So that's an indicator that you need to drop the weight a little bit. And that's good. That's something that we're always learning. So you wanna push yourself to those limits and then adjust as you need. And then the next time around, you're gonna go a little bit further and a little bit further. Last 3, 2, 1. We're hitting the lower body. We just hit all those push muscles in the chest, the shoulders, and the triceps. We're gonna hit lower body now. We have got a squat. Lift heavy for the squat. All right, squatting it out in 3, 2, and 1. Push through those heels. Down, chest up. The one thing when you're lifting heavy, you also have to make sure that with the heavier weight, you're keeping your wrists straight. Because when we're lifting heavier, we tend to want to drop our wrists, and that's going to put a lot of strain on your wrists. So just keep in mind your wrists as we work. Woo, one more. Last 3, 2, 1. Good. One more set. No, 2 more sets. I wanted it to be 1, but it's not. It's gonna keep us honest today. We're gonna get all 3 sets in. Woo, 10 seconds. All right, here's 5. Squatting it out. Let's do it, 40 on. Now remember, when we're working through these sets, if you do need a longer break, pause it for 20, 30 seconds, and then get right back into it. Let those muscles get a little break, shake it out, and then go again. Keeping that core tight. And again, adding these more traditional style heavy strength workouts, so good for everyday life. Strength training, oh my word, so many benefits. I can't go into it now because this is 3, 2, 1. Whew. Breathe, one more set. One more set. And then we'll keep talking about the joys of strength training. How about that? Whew. Sometimes when it burns, you just gotta have those reminders like, oh yeah, that's why we're doing that. All right, 5 out. Here it is, 40 seconds. Down. Woo, press. Just get out all the yuck when you're doing these heavy workouts. Like, goodbye. We are working so hard. We don't have any time for any of the junk that might be clogging our happy thoughts. So just flush those down the toilet, and it's happy thoughts. Whew. We're gonna stick with lower body. After this, 3 sets of Romanian deadlifts. In 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, so RDL may be able to go up just a bit. I'm gonna be able to go up just a bit for this one. All right, 10 seconds, Romanian deadlift. Let the weight just hang in your hand. So just think about your fingers as little hooks, just kind of hooking around that dumbbell. You don't have to squeeze and over grip. Here we go, back flat. Let's bring it down. Pull and squeeze. Tighten up through the glutes and the hams. So those other benefits of strength training. One that has really, like my new hobby, because I love this type of stuff, is learning more about perimenopause and menopause. Because that seems to be such a struggle. And number one, I want to be up on top of it before it comes my way, but then I also want to make sure that I am helping you the best you can if you are in that stage. Last 3, 2, 1, and strength training is shown to help immensely during that time. So super helpful. Also slows down the aging process, boosts our metabolism, just gives us that overall muscle mass that is so beneficial for our bones and our body as we get older and we go through things. You know, the other thing, just makes life easier when you have a strong body to do it with. So, second set, RDL. Woo. Here we go, 40 on. Pull and squeeze. I know, I feel like I'm talking more than usual today. And it's just because I love this so much, and I just want you to know all the benefits that come along with it. So even if it was so hard for you to show up today, you were like, this is not my favorite, you will see that the benefits will far outweigh those like, I don't really want to feelings. Last 3, 2, 1. One more set. Woo! 20 out. Breathe. Okay. Let's get ready. 5 seconds. Last set, RDL. Here we go, 40 on. The other thing, when you really start to up your strength training like this and you add the heavier sessions in here and there to help boost your overall when you lift other ways, that will also, if you feel like you've hit a plateau at all, that will be that little kick to get you going again. Because sometimes we just kind of get stuck doing the same thing, whether it's lifting the same weight or keeping things at the same intensity, and we don't mix it up. And that is when we hit that plateau. So that's just something to keep in mind, that making sure that you are being aware of the weight that you're lifting and trying to progress yourself to heavier weights will be so helpful. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going in to glute bridge. So I have to do my glute bridge up on my bench for a hip thrust, but feel free to do that glute bridge on the ground, just that normal glute bridge, heavy. We got 3 sets. Going in 3. Here's 2 and 1. And push. So with my glute bridge, just during my pregnancy, I have to drop my weight just a little bit. So there might be certain things that come up for you, whether it is pregnancy or injury, where there are certain exercises that you need to modify in a slightly different way, whether that be form or by your weight. So again, strength training has a lot of different aspects. So just choose what works best for you today and go with that. Here it is. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna breathe it out. Whew, we're getting ready. 2 more sets of glute bridge. Make sure you're getting that full extension without overarching your back. So keep that back flat as you come up and then lower down. Squeeze everything up. Exhale, breathe, and focus. So here we go, second set, 40 seconds. Let's do it. Down and squeeze. Keep your knees in line with your toes, so don't let your knees cave in or out with this one. Push and drive. And if you do, also another great tool to have in your fitness arsenal is a workout bench or an exercise box. So you can do the glute bridge on this, making it a hip thrust if you have a box or a bench. And again, just another way to mix up your training. Here it is, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. 1 more set. I really sometimes wonder if it's easier to just hold it or actually move out of it and get into it again. We got to get back into position. 5 out, last set of glute bridge. Then we're going to switch back to upper body. And here we go. So the good thing about the structure of our training today is we were really burning out certain muscle groups, whether we started with that push, then the lower body. We're going to move to those pull muscles, burn those out. Lower body's going to get a break, and then we'll bump back to lower body. So the upper body, lower body getting a break as we work those alternating muscle groups. Almost there. This is 3, 2, and 1. All right. So I am actually going to keep my bench out here because we are going to go into a single arm row, bent over row. If you don't have a box, you can use a sofa, a sturdy chair for a little extra leverage. If not, you can use your leg, row from there. I'm going to use my bench just to give myself a little bit more support through my back so I can go heavier in this move. Same side here. Here's 4, 2, and let's begin. Row it up. Wrap that shoulder blade around spine all the way down. Get that full extension. Let those muscles extend so they can get that full contraction back up to the top. Belly button towards spine here, so keep that core strong, whether you were using extra support here with a bench or a couch, or if you're using your leg, core still stays tight. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo. So we're gonna alternate. We're just gonna switch to the other side. So we're gonna do our 3 sets. We're gonna go right, left, right, left. So just switching it over to that other side now. That'll give that side a little bit of a break to maintain that heavier weight. Going here in 3, here's 2, and 1. Pull and squeeze. All the way down. Back flat, core engaged. So these here are our pull muscles. The pull muscles are the back and the biceps. You'll see we're gonna get back, then we'll work biceps, then head back towards legs. And then in 40 minutes, You have done so much. Last 3, 2, 1. Whew. Back over to that other side. You can stand up, shake it out for a second. Ten seconds. We go again. Here we go. 3, 2, and let's row. Pull and squeeze. Now I like using one-sided rows here because I feel like it lets you, especially for a strength day, it allows you to lift a little bit heavier. And then when we get that unilateral work in, you can also start to identify any muscular imbalances that you might have and work on those. So you might notice one side feels a little bit easier than the other. That's normal, but then it gives you that cue in your mind to remember that, to even things up. Last 3, 2, 1. Ooh, other side. Breathe. Sometimes 10 seconds out. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and row. Spine nice and long. Pull and squeeze. Keep that arm close to your body as you row. Woo, almost there. Woo. Last 3, 2, and 1. Oh, moving it on. Other side. Breathing. Last set for each side here. 10 seconds in we go. And then we hit biceps. You can feel the biceps get a little bit of work when we do this. They work as secondary muscles in this exercise. So you can already start to feel the biceps. Here we go. Pull and squeeze. Wrap that shoulder blade around, keep that core tight, spine nice and long. So think about driving your head to the wall in front of you, bum to the wall behind you. A couple more reps, you got this. Last 3, 2, 1. Whew. Last time for this other side. The other nice thing about the bench is a seat in between reps, or sets, I should say. That's always nice. Built-in break on the bum. All right, let's go. 5 seconds, last set. We are getting so close here, and let's pull. Squeeze it up. Now you can see this structure too today that we have is also a very simple structure. So don't ever think that a more complicated workout means a better workout. Simple is just as good as a more complex workout might be. And just remember, this is really that solid base so that in all of our other workouts, we can really grow and get stronger in all the areas. Because to me, with strength training, or the way we train, last 3, 2, 1, it is so important to be just well-rounded. And if we only focus in one area, that's the only area that's gonna grow. So we're going into bicep curls. So last up for an upper body move for today. Whew. 40 seconds of bicep curls in 3. Here's 2 and 1. That's what I guess when I think about just training in one area, whether it be more strength training like this, but this is really a great way to train, honestly. But I have found that mixing with more endurance and hypertrophy and strength, the 3 of them together, oh, so good. But it just reminds me of a recipe with like 6 ingredients and you only have 1. Like let's say a cake, you just add the flour, you don't add anything else, you're not gonna have a cake. You're just gonna have a bowl of flour. So that's why I like to mix it up. Tastes much better that way. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Second set. All right, 5 out. Second set. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Curl and squeeze. All the way down. Pull and squeeze all the way up. Exhale. So to keep your form with your bicep curls, soft knees, core tight, hips tucked under. We're hitting all these main points here in the lower body. Then we work our way up to the upper body. Elbows tucked in and back, shoulders relaxed. So you don't want to shrug to get the weights up. You also don't want to try to bring the weights up and use momentum to curl up. Think about just that muscle in your bicep working. All the way down. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Whew. 15 seconds, last set of curls, and then we move back to the lower body. Five out. Here we go, 3, 2, 40 seconds. Breathe and exhale with your work right here. You got this. 15 seconds out. Oh, my. Here it is. 5, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. We're going on to a sumo deadlift. So grabbing those weights for that sumo deadlift. I like to use just one. That gives me the feel more of a barbell. The longer bar that you use more traditionally with a deadlift. And then our sumo position, legs out, toes out, start at the bottom, keep that back flat, and here we go. Pull and squeeze. So with this sumo deadlift, you're getting a hinge in the hips and a bend in the knee, drop and squeeze. So a deadlift compared to a Romanian deadlift, that's the difference. With that RDL, the knees just stay soft, they do not bend. But with a deadlift, we've got a bend in the knee. Sometimes the Romanian deadlift you may hear called a stiff-legged deadlift as well, hence the no movement in the knees. Last 3, 2, and 1. Keep that weight at the bottom, starting back at the bottom, breathing. 2 more sets. I keep saying 1 more set. You can see where my mind is. Woo. But that's why strength training not only builds that body strong, it's challenging the mind. All right, second set, 40 on. Here we go, starting at the bottom, and let's go. Get that posture. Think about pushing that floor away. Down. I have found with the deadlift, as my belly grows, the grip gets harder and harder to hold on to because my arms have to come out a little bit farther. So you do want to make sure those arms are staying pretty close to your body here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Final set. 10 seconds. So this one works big time in the glutes. We got the core, a little bit into the back and those legs. Here we go, final set. Let's do it. Think about bringing those shoulders back to keep that back flat. Two more exercises after this. So we are getting close. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, we are moving on to alternating reverse lunge. If lunges bother your knees, there's gonna be a modification on screen for a suitcase squat. So if, again, only if lunges bother your knees, take that suitcase squat, follow that modification. If not, getting our weights for our reverse lunge, shoulders rolled back, and let's begin. 3 sets. Down, push through that forward heel. Keep your chest up, whether you're doing the suitcase or that lunge. Woo. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. 2 sets. 2 sets to go here. You see, by the end, really starting to fatigue all over. This is tough. And you may feel this tomorrow. Let me say that. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Couple of things you can't always base how good a workout was. One is sweat. Not every workout's gonna get you sweaty, and we're all different. Some of us sweat, some of us don't. I am one that sweats. It's like I could just be walking through the house and I'm like, I'm sweating. But not everyone does. So don't always use these different things that you might think are a good workout to indicate that you're getting a good workout. Just challenge yourself with each rep and each set. That's what's gonna get you the furthest. Another one is the burn. Again, you don't feel that same burn that you might with holding a move, more of an isolation. Last 3, 2, and 1. But we are still getting one really good workout in. Set 2 coming. Another, well, let's talk about when we're in the next one, because this is a big one. 5 seconds. Last set of suitcase or reverse lunge, and here we go. And then 1 exercise to go. Another indication that doesn't always mean it's that it was a good workout or not is the number of calories you burn. Because a cardio workout in the moment is gonna burn more calories. But a strength workout might not burn as many calories during, but after, your metabolism is gonna stay up longer and you're gonna burn more calories after that workout is complete, as your body is building those muscles back up. That takes energy, that burns calories. So keep that in mind as well. Another thing, if you track your workouts and you're like, I'm gonna do cardio because I burn more calories. Well, think about that. That strength is usually the afterburner. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Whew. That does not mean I love cardio. Don't get me wrong. I still think cardio is so good to add. I mean, go over to the cycling channel. You'll see. I love that. That is, for me, that's like all about the stress relief. Final exercise, calf raises. We're gonna go into calf raises. You can put the dumbbells on your shoulders or down by your sides. Or if you need a little extra balance, feel free to hold onto a wall and do it weightless. Because this one is really just about thinking about that muscle and contracting. We got 40 seconds. Here we go. Lift it up, squeeze, and then down. So this one, take your time here in this hold. Hold it up, and then down. Squeeze up, and down. Ooh, can't believe this is the last exercise. This was a tough one today. And again, you might feel those muscles are a little bit sore tomorrow or even the next day after that, just because we really pushed ourselves today, increasing with that heavier weight, and that can be a new challenge for your body. Last 3, here's 2, and 1. Quick break, second set. Breathing, oh my goodness. All right, 5 out and we go. Here's 3, here's 2, second set, right back up. Squeeze and hold it. You'll see the calf raise works your balance as well. But just relaxing through that upper body. This needs to just stay relaxed. Rock it up, squeeze it, hold it. Seconds, and we'll hit our final set. Here it is. Let's hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Whew, rest it out, 25. Last set. All right, 10 seconds, and we go. Back to that good form. Final 40, and we've made it. Here's 3, here's 2, and 1. Lift it up. So whenever you see these heavier strength training workouts come up to build that muscle, remember, don't skip them. There is a reason for them, and overall they're gonna help. They're not gonna bulk you up and make you all big and bulky. They are going to strengthen you and give you that stronger body for a stronger life. And again, it doesn't take complicated exercises or anything like that to do that. 10 seconds out. And then I want to just let you know, I'm going to pop up a finisher for your core after this, because we didn't do any core during this workout, but I want you to encourage you to do that. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So check out that core finisher. Just finish strong today, and then we have worked it all. So I'll see you over at that finisher. Make the most of today. You are amazing. The fact that you showed up is bomb.com, just like you, and I love ya. Thank you for being here with me.